right, Coach. First, we'll start with you. Thoughts on the game?
Tale of two halves. First half, we didn't really get anything going our way. Mercyhurst played their style. Up 8 at halftime, held us to 25 points. That's not the way we wanted to play. Good thing is I have very good veteran leadership. My guys, I didn't really have to say a lot at halftime. You know, I just had a couple of people ask me what I said. I echoed what Eric Bryan said walking in the locker room, which was, we got 20 minutes to turn this around, 20 minutes to play our style of basketball. I didn't have to say a lot. My veterans took care of it before I even got in the locker room.
Now, Coach Mantle had stated that it seems like that the PSAC has just become more balanced this year, and it leads to, like, you guys, you're the number 4 seed in the East, and you're on this incredible run right now. You had that overtime win the other night at Kutztown, and you just knocked off a formidable foe in Mercyhurst. So I mean, do you feel like the PSAC just has gotten more balanced compared to recent years?
I think it's been balanced. I think what you found this year is with every team playing everybody in the crossovers, we found out how balanced it was. The unfortunate thing is we all beat each other up in the region. And you look at the West Virginia Conference, no disrespect to them, but they're very top-heavy. And because of that, they have 5 teams ranked right now. The CIAA, they're very top-heavy. They got 3 teams ranked right now. Right now, the PSAC, we're showing our balance, we're showing our strength. And, you know, right now we only have 1 team ranked in IUP. Mercyhurst was just on the outside looking in. But that's been the way this has been all year. Every game's been a war. We played 22 league games, 2 playoff games, and there's been nothing easy. There hasn't been an easy game all year. So I agree with Gary.
I guess there was Coach just talked about veteran leadership, yet ironically enough, you're the one who stepped up to the plate today. You hit 9 for 9 from the line, and you 4 for 10 for the field. I mean, how much of that is just really learning things from guys like Eric and Dwayne and that?
Well, it has a lot to do with the upperclassmen, because the upperclassmen, you know, they lead the upcoming freshmen. So I take a lot in when they talk and they speak to me and give me advice, like Russell and Dwayne, guards-wise. So I really take a lot in what they have to say and tell me, and just adapt it to my game and try to mesh it in as being a freshman.
Eric, Coach had mentioned a tale of 2 halves. It really seemed the first 8 minutes of the second half was really when you guys turned it around. What was it, 23-6 run, I think, or something like that? What was the difference coming out of that?
The difference coming out of that the first half, we didn't play our style of basketball at all. We wasn't running the floor, we wasn't sprinting, we wasn't making our tempo. We just went how they was doing. We let them dictate the whole first half. And so when we halftime, we went in there, we talked about what we had to come out and do, and we came out second half to execute.
Well, Eric, like the regular season, as I alluded to, Coach, I mean, you didn't seem, there was no fear when you went into Kutztown and beat them in overtime, and because you'd beaten them there before in that double overtime game. So, and with that having been said, I mean, you had just a few weeks ago, you had that tough loss here at Hollinger. I mean, how much does that motivate you going into tomorrow's game if you end up facing Westchester?
If we end up facing Westchester, this is how we look at it. This one's over, we gotta get the next one. You're only as good as your next game, and if we lose that, then how good are we?
Now, Coach, we were talking the last time you guys were down here. There was some issues with foul shooting. I mean, tonight it was markedly better, I guess, compared to the last game, 25 to 33. I mean, was it something different tonight compared to 3 weeks ago?
No, we just stepped up and made plays. To be very honest with you, we didn't play very well last time we were down here. Eric got hurt, kind of changed our chemistry a little bit. We didn't make plays. Thought there was some external things that bothered us that day. And tonight we were focused. We came back, and you know, I'll be very honest with you. What I told my team after the game was not playing the first half very well, not getting our tempo going, Mercyhurst having all the momentum. A lot of teams at that point would have cracked and maybe would have left their game in the locker room. I think it's a credit to my guys that they believe in themselves, they believe in each other, and we came out the second half and changed the entire tempo of the game. So I'm proud of them, and they know how we have to play. You know, For us to win a 66-58 game, that's not really how we want to play because we only put one half together. But, you know, the way we want to play is get up and down the floor, use our tempo, use our depth, and give ourselves an advantage in those situations.
Last question. There was that stretch in the fourth and a half. I think from about the 12:30 mark to about the 8:30 mark, where neither team was able to score a basket. I mean, it just seemed like a defensive standoff. Yet you were able to. I guess eventually you were able to pull away. So I mean, is that when you get into a stretch like that, you can get concerned, especially when there's no guarantee that it wouldn't, if it happens again, you get those long stretches. It just be like one team as opposed to both? Or?
No, I mean, it's a 40-minute game, and you know, as a coach, that's why I try to preach to my guys all the time. Is, you know, it's 40 minutes. I wasn't comfortable with 51 seconds ago and a 10-point lead. You know, it's one of those situations that we play fast. We're going to play in the open court. They have a lot of shooters on the floor. Every possession, there's going to be a different situation you have to react to, and that's why trust, belief, understanding of how you're trying to play. These guys have done that, and you know, we're the 4th seed, but we don't feel like we're the 4th seed.
Coach, I just ask you, being the assistant coach in 1990, can you take anything out of that run that team had under Sal, and then turn this into tomorrow night?
I think the biggest thing that I can take from that is playing good people. We started off, we challenged these guys early, talked about it all summertime. I wanted to play the #1 team in the country, which is West Liberty. So we scheduled a tip-off tournament, gave ourselves the opportunity to play West Liberty. Played a very good game, lost by 4. Okay, we played Charleston the next night, didn't play as well. We went through that a little bit. Some of it was chemistry, learning each other. Some of it was blending some young guys into the lineup. Some of it was injury. Our leading shooter from a year ago wasn't here this year. We didn't have him the entire year, Will Brown. Whis Grant did an unbelievable job this year, leading us in scoring, stepping up in big situations. He took that over. That plugged the gap right away. The 90 team, we went to Hawaii. We played Chaminade. We played Hawaii Hilo. We played good people. And I think the thing about it is, if you trust your guys, if you believe in what they got, you want to give them the biggest challenge they have. Then you find out if they can step up to it. We're benefiting now at the end of the year by playing games in the beginning of the year by teams like West Liberty. Right? I think my guys want another shot at them. Right? Obviously, we have to win tomorrow to get that shot. Right? But my guys came out of that game thinking, we're as good as West Liberty. If they're #1 in the country, let's get another shot at them. All right? We have a chance to get another shot at them. If we can win tomorrow, we have that chance. Okay? And I think these guys had that chip on their shoulder. We lost by 4. We have a chance to beat them if we get to them again.
And to that end, you also have, with IUP coming up, I believe you only lost. That was also a close game, if I remember the game up at Keller. So
we lost at Tippin, all right, and IUP and us have played some good games over the last 3 or 4 years. We've been on the short end of the stick quite a bit. All right, and tomorrow we're going to have to play 40 minutes. We can't play 20 like we did tonight.